Welcome back to the channel. We will be continuing radical self-care for Black women. And today I am going to focus on 7 simple ways to support physical self-care. So let's get started. Number 1, stay hydrated. Drink at least 8 glasses of water per day. No, sometimes if you're out of the habit of drinking water, it can be difficult. I actually love water. I can drink it all day, and even I have fallen off as far as drinking water. But what I have recently done is I have started back drinking 16 ounces of water as soon as I wake up. So I have the 16 ounces of water. Here's my cup here, and I just put it by my bed. I just put it right by my bed. So in the morning, the water's there. And before I eat, my feet hit the ground, I will drink my 16 ounces of water. And, for me, it's a little easier probably than some people because I like room temperature water. I know some people have to have it really, really cold. So what you might consider doing if you're one of those people who has to drink only cold water, fill your little container like this up with fill it up with ice, and let that melt during the evening. So when you wake up in the morning, you have cold water. So stay hydrated, drinking water. I know some people who cannot stand water, they don't like to drink it. If you're one of those kind of people, try squeezing a little lemon in the water. That might be helpful. And it'll help you, hydrate a little better as well. So when you start drinking water again, and some of you are already doing it, so good job for you. Uh, just increase your intake slowly. You don't have to start drinking 8 glasses a day the first day. One day, drink 8 ounces if you don't drink any at all. Okay. Then maybe the next day, the next week, add another 8 ounces, then another 8 ounces, and another 8 ounces. So just start slow. This is not a race. This is really a process. So it may take you some time. Before I get into the second tip or second way to support physical care, let me just introduce myself for those of you who may be new to the channel. My name is Colette, and I created this channel as a safe space with you in mind. I help Black women to embrace new seasons of their lives with purpose and joy by pursuing resilience, practicing self leadership, and pivoting towards entrepreneurship. And we'll talk about what those pillars of this channel mean as the channel progresses. If what I've said resonates with you, welcome to the community. Grab a piece of paper, something to write with, your tablet, your phone, whatever to take notes on. Get comfortable. We're going to talk. So, I've already explained that number 1 is to stay hydrated, to drink at least 8 ounces of water today. And so today's video, as I mentioned earlier, is going to focus on physical self-care. In prior videos, I talked about the 5 areas of care, and there's more that we're going to cover during this series. We talked about physical care, we said emotional care, mental care, spiritual care, and social care. And we will be talking about each one of those in different videos. So, number 2, the second way that you can support your physical self-care is to eat quality, healthy foods or healthy quality foods. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that. We all know what that means, and that doesn't mean you never eat out and you never eat junk food. It just means kind of being a little bit more mindful about what we put into our bodies so that what goes in can help us to support our overall well-being, which is the purpose of practicing radical self-care. Number 3, spend some time stretching. I used to stretch years ago and I stopped, but spend some time stretching. Stretching has a number of benefits. I'm going to talk about 3 of them. One of the benefits of stretching is it improves your posture and your balance. I remember as a child, I used to watch my mom stretch. She would get up in the morning and she would stretch. And my mom has some of the best posture like ever. Her posture is so great. A lot of people think she's taller than she is because she has that posture. And she probably will call me about using her in a video, but that's okay. Hi, Mom. But she has great posture. And I never forgot watching her stretch when I was a little child. The other thing that stretching does is it increases the blood flow. And we know that increased blood flow helps us to think different, helps us to relax. It has a lot of circulatory benefits when our blood is flowing freely. But but stretching helps to enhance or increase our blood flow. The third thing that um, stretching does is it helps to reduce or manage stress, right? Self care is what? About trying to uh, manage our stress, number one, so that our overall well being is better. Stretching can help do that. And it's something simple. You don't have to go buy any equipment, you don't have to go anywhere. You could do it right in your home, in your bedroom, in your pajamas, whatever, before you go to sleep, when you wake up, stretch. Just spend a few minutes stretching. So that is the third simple way that we can support our physical self care. The fourth way is to exercise. Okay. Do something you like doing. You could walk or dance. I love, 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 love to dance. Okay. Uh, the thing that exercise does, and we know, besides losing weight and keeping us, in shape and all of that, exercise, when we exercise, our body releases endorphins, right? And endorphins, okay, reduces stress and it improves a sense of well being. So I know sometimes it's kind of hard getting out. We have a lot of things going on. I know for me, I didn't want to be around people for a little bit, but walking outside, uh, that helps. You don't have to be around a lot of people if you don't want to go to the gym or what have you. Put on your YouTube or whatever, your Apple Music. And I'm not endorsing any one of these things, but I'm just saying there's ways that we can get our exercise on, whether it's getting our groove on, getting your aerobics on, whatever. And there's a lot of videos online that you can follow along with if you want to do, more rigorous type of things. They have low impact exercises online, they have high intensity exercises online. There's a lot of things that you can find that can help you to exercise. So that was number 4. Number 5, get some sun. Spend at least 10 minutes outside in the sunlight. You know, um, I had been in this house for, like many of us, we've been in the house for so long due to, the situation that's been going on in the world. And so we didn't always have a chance to get out because didn't know what was going to happen, whatever. But getting out in the sunlight generates the production of vitamin D. And so what vitamin D does, and I'm just going to mention a few things, is it can lower your blood pressure. Vitamin D supports good mental health. And vitamin D, for us, for African Americans, particularly darker skinned African Americans like myself, sometimes it's hard for us to get vitamin D with the sunlight, so we even have to take a supplement. But we could at least give ourselves a head start by getting in the sun for at least 10 minutes a day. And when you get in the sun, put some sunscreen on. And yes, that means even us, we should wear some sunscreen and kind of look up to see what is recommended for your skin tone and type. Okay. So did number one. Number one, we said, stay hydrated. Okay. That was number one. For number 2, we said to eat healthy and quality foods. Number 3, we said to spend some time stretching. Number 4, we said exercise. And number 5, we said get some sun. Okay. So now we're going to do number 6. Number 6, get a massage. Now, massages can be pricey depending on where you live, but they're very helpful. I had never really gotten a real massage. I got one before, well, a couple of them, but I got one probably a couple months ago The girls had gotten me one for a holiday, and it was amazing, you know. But massages, when you get massages, they can reduce your stress. We kind of know that. We know it loosens our muscles, it improves circulation and energy and alertness. And again, this all is under physical care, but what you'll notice the common theme and some of the simple tips I'm giving you, they also have emotional and mental components to it as well. Getting massages also lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure. Very, very important. You know, a lot of us, we have a lot of stress in our lives. We have a lot of things we're doing. We're running, we're going here, we're going there. We have this project, we're working, we're going to soccer games, we're going to parent teacher meetings, not so much now since the situation is the way it is, but even doing it virtually, even if you're not doing it physically, there's something called virtual meeting burnout. It's stressful, screen looking at the screen and looking at different backgrounds. If you're like me, you nosy, I try to look and see what book do they have on the shelf there. I'm just being real. Anyway, so getting a massage. When you do get a massage, one of the things you want to remember to do is to always drink some water afterwards. Why? Because when you're getting those massages, particularly deep tissue massages, releases a lot of chemicals, so you want to wash that, flush that out of your body. And if you're pregnant, make sure you check with your doctor before you get a massage. Okay. So that was number 6, get a massage. Number 7, get enough quality sleep. Now, I have never had a problem sleeping most of my life. I did when I was working at this toxic workplace, but we're not going to go there. I don't work there anymore. Getting quality sleep is so important. So, so, so important. Why? Because sleep is how the body regenerates, how the body restores, how the body recalibrates, cells and all kind of stuff happens when you're sleeping. I'm not just talking about, that beginning sleep. I mean deep, deep, some of us snoring sleep. You want to get into that sleep because we need that. And there is no substitution for sleep. We can caffeine our way, blitzy if we want, but there's no substitution for sleep. Even driving sleepy, there have been studies showing that when you're driving sleepy, it's almost like driving under the influence of something, you know. So think about driving. What does that require? That requires us to think, to react, or what have you. Well, we have to think at work. We have to react at work, even though it may not be physically, it's mentally. And if you're groggy, it's hard to think. So get some sleep, And if you are not like me, who can fall asleep on a dime and you need some help, um, consider developing a sleep routine. And that routine might be, uh, going to bed at a same time every night if you can, maybe 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever, whenever you can. But prior to going to bed, maybe 20, 30 minutes, turn it off all your devices. You know, me, I have a bad habit. I sleep with my computer on, but I go to sleep. I don't have a problem going to sleep. Okay. But if you do have challenges, disconnect 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime. Disconnect. Make your room dark. Some studies show the cooler the room is, the better it is for sleep. For sleep. Some people like they put a diffuser on and put essential oils on. I think is it lavender? I think it's lavender helps you to sleep. Some people put it on their pillows. So maybe develop a sleeping routine may be helpful. You know, the other thing maybe to do is to take your phone out of the room, and use something other than your phone as an alarm clock, not sleeping with your phone in your bed, those kind of things. The other thing you can do to improve your sleep is take you some naps during the day if you can. I love a good nap. In fact, after I do this video, I'll probably take a nap. So take naps. So we have just talked about 7 simple things that we can do to support our physical self-care as a part of our overall radical self-care plan. There are many others, and I didn't say them in any specific order. If you have some other ways that you are activities that you do that support your physical self-care, put them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, a thumbs up, and share it with somebody else who may benefit. We will be continuing our Radical Self Care for Black Women series. So consider subscribing to the channel if you want to be notified of new videos as I upload them. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and I'll see you the next time. Take a nap.